maybe at this point. Maybe I'm going with the flow here. Anu versus Lennli. Lennli, probably the favorite in this game, but he is playing two Japanese players back-to-back today. First off is Anu, second off is Sheena, which is going to be a bit harder, I think. But for the first game, looking at the stats, looking healthy for Lennli there. We also see in the table, Lennli's sitting at the exact 12th spot, and we did talk about that, because number 12 spot barely qualifies for the World Cup, but there's also regional majors which will impact the points, so you will want to be at least like 9th place, 8th place, at least, you know, to be safe before going into the majors without any, you know, pressure there. But without further ado, Toby, let's start this game.
And of course, with all the German viewers out there, yes, müssen wir diesen Spiel auf Deutsch kommentieren. So,
ja, können wir machen, auf jeden Fall. Wir sind in Alberta, hier mit dem Alberta Bollard, auf jeden Fall.
Deutschland ist ein großer Szene im GeoGuessr, so wir müssen nur in Deutsch sprechen. Also, that's probably the limit to what I can say in German, but it felt good for the first 10 seconds. I mean, but then I realized my German really isn't all that good, so here we go. I don't like how Chad enjoyed it.
I understood everything, so
that's a good start.
Important thing. It doesn't really matter if you made any grammatical mistakes, if you understand it.
I do that all the time. That's my main gripe with German is you have way too many weird ways of ending your sentences.
Well, speaking of German, Lennli, not sure where he is guessing right now. Very big spread between those two players, and we see Lennli moving further and further west as time progresses, but Anu on the correct road.
Further and further west, but luckily for him, also closer and closer to the target. That's what happens. Now he has too many FPS. He's used to having to click like 3 times on the same spot for anything to happen, and now he's just yeeting it down the street. It's simply going too fast. There's too many FPS on his screen as we head into round number 2.
And we just saw the kilometer markers, and the kilometer number was over 2,000, so that's how you know.
Blurred street? That's toxic. There we go.
That is...
got unblurred in the end.
Well, it did say Chilen, I think. Maybe that could be something, but we should be somewhere.
Oh?
Or Cullen, maybe.
Does he know? Is Lennli cooking?
I don't know. I didn't really see the name. But I would trust him.
Oh, I thought you said Kulin, which is literally what it says on Lennli's screen.
It said
that's what
Chelen.
Ah, okay, I misheard
maybe
it.
Maybe it said Cullen? I don't really know. But it seems like he lined something up. And he
I was gonna say, seems like a very committed guess. Anno is now gonna join him as well. He's gonna go further towards the north, though, on the other side of the bay. Condor is where he's headed, at least initially. Now hopping down towards Cullen, looking to go even further south, but nope, not gonna jump in the end. And it is gonna be Lennli on point with the 5K to kick things off. New PC, thank you. As we get Lennli going with a 5K in a moving game.
5,000 Punkte.
Sehr schön. Wunderbar für our deutsche Freund.
Yes, and we do see Bohol on a sign. What a sight there. Should be very easy to get the island here. I mean, Bohol is the island name. Now the question is, will you find the right city?
Wow.
Almost.
Oh, wait, I thought someone... Okay, I thought it said 25 meters in one of them, but they were both literally in the exact same spot. I thought there was a 5K in there, but no, not quite. Not quite. You know, we're not that lucky. As we now get into round number 4, but clearly fierce competition between these two, who are both trying to net as many points as possible off this game.
Yeah, Lennli already winning the 5K department here, already won 5K under his belt in this game. We should be in Uruguay here with the long plates, rather than the short plates you would get in Argentina. Now, region guessing urban Uruguay, very, very hard, especially if you don't find information, and there's not a lot of information available in general. So I wouldn't be surprised if we just see vibe guess here from both players.
We'll see. Lennli still going up and down the street, hoping to maybe find a street sign, but at this point, kind of stuck in more of the homey neighborhood. No big signs, no big info. Just gonna go south side Uruguay down towards Montevideo.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he thinks it's one of the outskirts of the capital. But he switches to a pretty good spot there. It was just near the border.
Yeah, nice readjustment there in the end. Able to net a great total of 700 damage over towards Anu as he now regains his lead. coming in to round number 5. We've had a lot of South America today, and now we're there once again.
Yeah, pretty quick zoom in here by Lennli. We do have the black card, and it looks like the Titicaca area. We do have some type of body of water to our south, so I quite like his guess. Locking it in. Do like it, but I think Anu will follow right there.
Yeah. The same body of water as well. Moho looking to go even further towards the north, practically side by side. These two guesses. Oh, I should have stayed down there. You can see Anano. I guess that's the most emotion we're going to get out of him because he was right on it. But opted to swing further north. In the end, there wouldn't have been too much damage regardless, but would have wanted to be a little bit closer.
Yeah, a bit closer here. As we move into Eastern Europe for a change. We spend a lot of time in South America.
That's true. Yeah.
But let's go back to the greatest continent of all time. Let's see if I baited anyone, but we had definitely in the east somewhere we did see some Slavic-ish language. As we see more language, there should be Czechia or Slovakia. And one of the signs seemed more SK with the border not matching it. And we do have the arrows inside of the signs, which means we're going to be in Slovakia as well. And we have a sign to Bratislava.
And you get 63 on that Bratislava as well, so maybe you can line up there. Ooh, already found the 63 as well. Has 541 to work with. Ano.
I think he found the off-road as well.
Yep, might have found the city he's in. Lennli doesn't have that same info available. He's in the same vicinity, though, so even if he's off, it's not going to be too much damage. But great scanning by Anu. Once he found the 2 roads to line them up and find the city as well.
Yeah, definitely very thankful to get a road leading to the capital, so you definitely know where you're heading. As we go into a Germany round for a change, will we see an instant guess by Arno to stop Lennli to get to a sign here? There might be a town entrance, though, coming up. And he finds... What does it say? I couldn't read it. Come on, Lennli.
Flailing? Is that what it said? Ooh, he's way further down towards the south. I mean, Arno just going for a quick plunk, not wanting to give Lennli any time to figure out where exactly he is. And it is going to be down south. Nice vibe guess by Lennli with the home country buff.
I wouldn't really call it a vibe guess if he literally had a Landkreis there.
He knew exactly where it was. Nice Landkreis buff, I guess.
Yeah, gotta learn your Landkreise, then nothing can happen against German players. But you still need to know them, and there's a lot of them. So some decide to learn it, some don't. It's time. It's Italy. And we are getting a lot of urban areas here. We did see a very urban area in Uruguay, and now we're in Italy. And did Arno find a sign for Messina? Is the question.
Could be. If so, he might get himself a lot of points off of it. Lennli currently a bit further towards the north. And it is going to be down there once again. Arno, low HP to work with, but striking back as hard as he can. Setting things up almost even. Now coming in to round number 9.
Yeah, that could have been devastating for Lennli if he didn't go that far south. He could have been knocked out in one singular round. As we go into the Philippines again, Philippines is very good for finding information. If you find a storefront, it usually has the exact address on it. And that's what both people, or both players, will try to find here. But it seems like they're stuck in this neighborhood.
Yeah, some of these suburbs can be hard to maze your way out of, but just keep on going. So hopefully bigger streets are out the corner, but every time they go, they get off. Oh, Lennli actually able to escape.
Ooh, Aurora Quezon. Wait.
Pressure on Arno. There's a sign for him to work with Davao as well. Yep, there you go.
Good find there by Arno.
5 times multipliers. If they're in each their side of the city, that could potentially be enough damage to get the game ended. Let's see. Arno continues to go further towards the northwest, and he's going to go in the right direction. Nice readjustments from him. It's not going to be enough, obviously, to end it, but now he finds himself in the lead, coming in to round number 10. Now, again, just to reiterate, should this game end with neither of these players at 0, it's going to be the one that is at the lowest health that loses the game.
And we have another Philippines, so there's definitely potential for a 5k. Where Arno would just make the game clear here. Bagamanok seems to be the place name. Never heard of it personally. Scan small sign. We see them both looking at more storefronts. There has to be information for one of the players. Oh, very good sign for Lennli here. That will definitely have the information. I can't quite read it, but I trust him to know this. He's only found the town name.
Looking good. Ano hasn't even opened the map. You have 12 seconds left to work with. This could be game for
5K
Lennli.
to the end of
Finishing
the
it
game.
off with a 5K would be impressive. Again, 5 seconds. Ano has no clue. It's going to be a Hail Mary. He might be on point, but no, I don't think that's going to be the case. We'll see now. Timer runs out. Lennli on point with a 5K. What a way to end a game of moving, which again, Lennli so rarely wins. But here, new PC, 5K to finish things off. Great start for Lennli.
New PC, new Lennli, and a win to celebrate it. And he enjoys some water.
Ja, sehr schön. Wunderbar.
Quick little placement there. I wonder how much paid there.
Oh, true.
That's a big placement.
Subtle product placement. I respect it.
The thing is, and every German will know that water. It's like the cheapest water possible.
And then the more expensive water is the Jawohl water. Yeah, that's when you upgrade it.
That was like a Ziggy type joke in 2022.
It's okay, I'm not German. I can make those jokes. I don't know what I'm talking about, so I can just yap.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Which summarizes effectively my entire casting career. So let's continue into this no-move game as we are in the US. But where, oh where? What are you thinking here, Ziggy?
If I had to make a qualified guess, I would probably be off. Some of these pines look like they're southern, but I don't know if we have front plates or not. Yeah, I kind of like Lennli's guess. Or, I mean, they're both very close to each other. One South Carolina, one Georgia. You see a very last-second switch. And somehow got the city.
It's something I forgot to ask about. Is Jahrwater mit oder ohne Gas?
Just both.
Oh, multi-water. I respect it.
I will make a very controversial statement and say that water with gas is very bad.
What?
Like,
I agree. To some extent, there are certain times, whenever it's early morning after a late night out, where meat gas can actually be pretty delicious. But outside of that, I would also always go gas.
I just split the chat up.
There is definitely split opinions in chat. It's almost as if we have a pretty important game going, but now all we can debate is whether you want your water with or without bubbles. I respect it. I respect it.
Revoke Ziggy's German passport. Anyways, we are in India. We have Hindi language. We should somewhere be in the northwest. Let's focus on the game, guys. I mean, I think that's a pretty heated debate, and I know
it definitely is. We opened a can of worms that I did not, well, maybe a can of water, which I did not expect to be this this opinionated. As I know, he's hovering central India. He's gonna come into it. Oh, the frustration. He was over east. He was looking there for so long. He's still gonna win the round, but he knows that could have been a lot bigger. That is a very rare, very emotional reaction from Anu, actually.
Yeah. Maybe it's more emotional because he's already down 1-0.
Wait. We're back on Mars. But is it Spain Mars?
No, it's Chile Mars. We have the white
Chile Mars. Remove the road, add a little bit of red overlay to this image, and you cannot tell me this is not Mars.
Yes, and put Elon Musk's car there.
Of course.
That as well.
All of them, yeah. Aber welche Mars?
Welche was?
Welche Mars? Der Chile Mars. Is it das Chile Mars? Der, die, again, German.
Der
your
Mars.
language, man. Der Mars.
Yeah.
Yeah, das Mars is obviously a man. At least according to Roman gods. Yes. As we now continue with this one, Lennli's gonna get the guess in first. Anu, still hovering in and around the desert. Where are we?
Ooh. Anu is going further and further north as time progresses now. Going a bit further south again, and good switch.
Minimal damage for a round that took so long, but also very tricky pinpointing. Even, I mean, you have an open landscape. Maybe this is one of those. Was that very unique? As we now go to Japan, was that a very unique landscape? I mean, you talk about how there's certain roads that are always memorable. Would that be one of them?
No, not the road itself, but just the the missing vegetation, and it being just a very flat part. The very far north of Chile is also very, very dry, but has a bit of hills here and there, so you wouldn't really get a flat landscape, so you just go somewhere near Antofagasta. It's kind of area, as we see Lennli actually locking in the guess before Anu does in Japan. But we do see two very similar guesses.
Yeah, they're both down towards the southwest, and it's going to be Anu closer. Able to net himself a win in his home country. I mean, Lennli had a win in his home country before, so only fair that Anu gets one here as well. Damage, though, not as big as Anu would have perhaps hoped for. But still, able to maintain the lead, sitting now 1,700 points ahead of Lennli coming to round 5.
What am I looking at here? We do have a ladder here, so should place us in Russia. My first instinct was Sochi, because of these hills, they look very southern.
Very skiable.
It's maybe skiable, but my guess would have been Sochi, and that is where Anu is. So I quite like the guess. But the question is, where does Lennli go? And am I even correct? But if both agree with me, surely.
I like how chat is getting... chat is not allowed to say D, because Autobot goes, no, you cannot say die!
Oh, don't say that, guys.
German language is not allowed in chat. At least not Neutrum, or whatever it's called. As now, both of them again in and around Sochi, not gonna change their guesses, and it's gonna be Lennli closer, committed all the way down towards the shore. It's gonna be victorious in this round, but again, I mean, into round 5, and both these players still at a lot of health to work with. It's a close match, this one. Keep in mind, Anu is playing this one from behind, trying to make his way back.
And we are back in Chile, and this time we do have this dry landscape and the hills, so might see a very north guess here. My guess would have been almost at the border to Peru, near Arica somewhere. But let's see where the players are going with this. Very busy road. Usually Chile roads are quite empty. But as we see, both of them zooming in quite north, but I would have gone even further north.
Well, effectively right back where they were in the previous Chile round. We'll see if they're gonna do as you, not to go further north, limited to practically no foliage at all. It's just desert, barren landscapes, but at least this time around you have more cars to work with, a few more poles to potentially identify something.
Let's see where it is. There's a quite sizable difference between the guesses here. Very far north by Anu and very... Oh, last second switch from Lennli to north. And
good for him.
Good switch.
Yeah, could have been much more costly. Could have potentially been game.
Yes.
Had he not opted to readjust there in the final second. But Anu, closer, able to maintain his lead here. Usually it's Lennli playing incredibly strong in no move and NPC, but right now it's Anu who's set ahead.
Yeah, the new PC doesn't really help a no move because it's only one panel, so can't really move between them.
But what a pan it is. Never has it been crisper.
That might be true. But we are back in the US, and we saw the last guess by Lennli in the US. He got the right state and pretty much the right area with Atlanta. But this time, as to where we are...
What are you vibe guessing?
No front plates. I'm going south. I'm going... northern Alabama.
Well, Lennli is there with you.
Also close by.
On each their side of Alabama. Some would consider it a sweet home, some might not. As Anu is slowly creeping further and further towards the east. I mean, they're effectively sat on top of one another right now, so both in agreement with this guess. We'll see if they're going to be correct, or if this could have been a round where one could have got more points off it. It was back in Arkansas where Anu was just before. Still, though, he's going to come out victorious now as we head into round number 8. Oh, look at the wave from Anu. Lennli? You're not gonna wave back?
Oh, he waved.
Oh, wait, no, he started. Okay. Whoa. I'm not gonna cause beef. I misunderstood that one. No beef.
No slander. I saw his character waving.
I saw it in the end there as well. Sorry. We're too excited.
Had to defend my boy there real quick.
Yeah, of course. I respect it.
We do have a short antenna here, which is... Yeah, Anu, where are you
Chill, bro.
US?
Chill.
Which is... possible in Ukraine, and I quite like Ukraine with the landscape, but It's very common in Russia, but as of right now, both are agreeing with southwestern Ukraine, where the antenna is mostly found.
Yeah, down towards Odessa. Is Arno cooking? He's looking alongside this river, trying to see if there's something he can line up, but again, very limited info to go by. No big mountain ridges in the distance. Don't have a whole lot to work with, but he's going to commit here nonetheless, again, in the same area. But Lennli closer. It was all the way down to the shoreline. So 900 damage done, and crucially at that, it might not be too much, but for Lennli, he needs to claw back before that round 10, should it come to be.
And he does have 2 rounds left, and only 2,000 points to go, which I think is doable. Especially if you get a country like Norway. Don't know if that is readable there. Could be very helpful though, if it is. Because the road system is numbered very nicely in Norway. Average Norway W. But so is Sweden, to be fair. Now the question is, how far north do you go? I can't really place this. It feels like the middle part. Maybe even more north than both guesses are right now. But that's just me.
Yeah. Hard to read Norway with a 5 times multiplier. It's dangerous territory to find yourselves in. Let's see who's gonna be better off. They're both scanning. You can just see how their maps are slowly creeping further up towards the north, almost simultaneously coming back down towards the south as well. Arno, though, not feeling the north. He's actually gonna move even further south, down towards Stavanger. Arno is still up there looking. Sorry, Lennli is going even further north side of Trondheim, and it is gonna be far towards the north. Lennli on point in this one, and is gonna take the no-move game. 9 rounds in. There you have it. 2-0. And what a game for Lennli. Herrlichen Glückwunsch, Lennli. Wunderbar performance.
Weiter so, weiter so. Very nicely played by Lennli. We do